Welcome everybody to Rearview Extra. I'm gonna not look at myself, and I'm gonna look at the camera. I think. Yeah, there we go.
You should look at the camera.
Let's. So, because of the episode that we just recorded, if you can tell by the shirt I'm wearing, we just recorded the rugby episode. This was the most rabbit hole-y episode I've ever done. Like the Russian Revolution one, I knew exactly what I wanted to talk about. I cherry picked the ones I wanted to talk about. The Great Depression one, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, that was a paper I wrote my freshman year in college. And I punched it up and added
the amount of times I've reused papers because I can.
Oh yeah,
of course,
dude. Why not?
Yeah.
But this one, like I knew about the history of rugby. I'd watched videos and stuff, but it's just little rabbit holes. Like I almost spent 30 minutes to an hour reading about Ugandan rugby because of that Idi Amin quote. Because I just looked up famous people who played rugby. Daniel Craig, Russell Crowe, the Princes, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Everybody knew that. But then number 5 was Idi Amin. And I was like, that's not possible. And then I found that quote. And I searched that quote, and multiple places have that quote. And I'm like, that's a real quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
then you thought about it, you're like, well, he is a big, strong man who knows how to tackle.
Exactly.
And do not push against him.
Yeah,
he
no,
is right.
No, you can't outrun a bullet. Andy and I were just reading Idi Amin
More
quotes.
Idi Amin quotes.
And there's so many rabbit holes for this episode. One I want to watch is... so I was looking at all the different ways to play football, and one of them is Gaelic rules football, and it's pretty wild. We just looked up Gaelic rules football. It's a blend of like... Yeah. And a goal was when you ran it through. You can pass forward. It's crazy. But you can only take so many steps without dribbling it. Can you look up Nin Explains N-I-H-N?
Yeah, that one came up.
He's great.
I love... every time I've looked up anything on the rules for games, I just find Nin Explains.
Irish sport played with 2 teams of 15 players each. The game is played on a field that's generally a maximum of 145 metres by 85 metres.
That's way bigger.
These are the goals, which are
than
6.5 metres
field.
wide,
That's bigger
and the
than
crossbar,
rugby
which is
field.
2.5 metres above the ground.
Yeah.
Unlike in
Do you guys
soccer,
use
the
meters
posts
in
extend above the
rugby when you
crossbar,
talk?
just like
Yeah. Can you pause it?
Even today?
Yeah. Like the lines in rugby are weird. There's obviously the out of bounds lines, the try line, and then the 22 meter line. And the 50. Yeah, see how that's a...
Is that a football field? No,
that's a converted football field.
Oh, okay.
That one is good. Yeah. So you see that's the 22 meter line.
Yeah.
And then the 50 meter line.
Okay.
And the 22, there's different rules about like kicking from behind your 22 and things like that. Because you can call for a mark, which means it's called a 22 drop. If the other team kicks the ball and you're inside your 22 meter line. In rugby, it's better to have field position than possession. Mm-hmm. So if you're behind your 22 meter line and you catch it and the ball hasn't touched the ground, you can call for a mark, and you have to do a drop kick from the 22 meter line, and your team can't touch the ball till it hits the ground.
Huh.
Yeah, but you just boot it out of your zone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something that confuses Americans when they watch rugby.
Yeah, I think I was watching the game. They just kind of kept kicking. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I watched the Nin Explains, and he only could explain so much.
Right, and in rugby, it's just better to have field position than have the ball near your own end zone.
Okay.
Because there's no offense and defense. The game is
it's just
fluid. It
constant.
keeps going.
Yeah. What's some ways to get do they have yellow and red card? You said red card.
Yeah.
So how do you get a yellow card? If you punch in?
No, a punch is a red card.
Oh, that's right. You can't throw fists.
No, you cannot throw
fisticuffs.
fists. No, it's like I said, it's very restrained violence. And what they let's go back to that Gaelic football. I feel bad we abandoned that. Oh yeah, it's hurling. It's like hurling. Dude, just look at how they kick it. It's so insane. It looks like a sport that somebody made in gym class.
And then they have goalies there, too.
Yeah, they have a goalie.
Huh. Mm-hmm. Only allowed to speak Gaelic if you're playing.
Oh, yeah, you can punch it over the crossbar.
Wow.
Look up Aussie rules football.
Yeah.
That's because I was explaining Aussie Rules football to you. Was it during the Master and Commander video, or was it?
You might have been.
Or was it before? Either way, that day I was talking about it, and you were like, "What are you talking about?" They have 3 uprights, dude. It's the most insane sport.
Yeah, I've always heard about it.
And they just hit each other.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't do that in rugby. That's illegal in rugby.
You can't just run straight into
You have to wrap your arms.
Oh, to hit them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more of a takedown than it is like...
Than like an actual tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That's partly why I think American football is not as virtuous, is because you can just clean somebody's clock.
Yeah.
Look up, what is it called? I think it's called marking in Aussie Rules football. It's when they jump on each other's shoulders.
There is this.
No, it's not marking. It's called... Look up Aussie Rules shoulders. What is it called?
I don't know if on YouTube there's a lot of Aussie Rules. Yeah, is it marks? The
it
top
might
10?
Be.
They're all like on top of each other.
Because you like jump. Yeah, you like jump up on somebody's shoulders.
I thought I saw that happen in rugby as well.
Yes. No, in rugby you get picked up.
You get picked up. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that.
Oh. Wow.
They're so athletic. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. They're just...
And it's only played in Australia.
Yeah.
Like, how much money can you make?
Because I think a misconception I've always had was like, well, football means American, basically, or soccer. Mm-hmm. But like, Aussie Rules football meant that like they picked up the American way. But it's actually the original meaning of football, which is just a sport.
Yeah, a sport with a ball.
Yeah.
That you kick at some point. Yeah, because... I didn't look too much into where American football came from, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was heavily influenced by rugby.
Yeah.
And then they changed it. That thing about Teddy Roosevelt changing the rules was true.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. American football is just boring to me now. Like, don't get me wrong. Hey, let's go Buffalo.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is also called gridiron football.
Yeah, they're definitely mentioning rugby, like...
in the United States, America...
Evolved from sports, rugby, and soccer here.
Oh, so that means it's football.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then it's the Americanized version.
Yeah.
Which I think the only thing that annoys me is the introduction of pads. Like, I think in a...
Helmets.
Yeah, it's like, all right. Because then you start kind of doing stuff that is a little unnatural,
Yeah.
Like just absolutely destroying somebody, which is fun to watch. But also,
yeah,
I think
because we just want blood.
Yeah.
We just want destruction.
I think the worst thing we introduced was the plays. Because you're sitting around watching guys huddle up for, 15 seconds.
Yeah, dude. 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Do you know what a rugby player would do for 30 seconds off?
Right as they're breaking, somebody calls timeout, and then you get another 2 minutes.
Yeah, in rugby, there are no timeouts.
Yeah.
And in rugby, if you're substituted, you are substituted.
So that guy runs out, and you run in while the game is going. Yeah.
You're done for the day.
Oh.
So that's why you'll see rugby players do... now, because of HIV and things like that, if you get blood, you can come off and then come back on.
Okay.
But if you are substituted, you are substituted.
Yeah.
You're no longer there. Look up Georgia Page.
I was also going to ask during the Georgia Page.
Yeah, Georgia Page.
Is that a guy?
No, it's a girl. Yeah.
DuckDuckGo will help me out.
Yes, Rugby War Goddess. Look at this. I love this video because it shows the difference between rugby and soccer. So she wasn't held after the tackle so she could get back up. But watch this. Watch the girl in the black and gold with the blonde hair who's about to come into frame right here on the far. Yep.
That's Georgia Page.
That's Georgia Page. Bang!
And every rugby player has a crush on her.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Naturally.
And so she got cracked on that hit, and watch what happens. Look at her face, dude.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, and she spits out the blood at one part, and it's like, yeah. Yeah. And then compare that to 10 minutes of Nigel Owens being Nigel. He talks to the players, and he's hilarious.
And that scoreboard.
I can't put it under his foot.
Oh, can you pause it? Because what we're seeing right now is the ref cam.
Oh, he has a cam on him.
He has a camera on because something that is not talked about in America, European sports are incredibly racist.
Yeah.
Like straight up, like not like, oh, you're racist. Like they were throwing bananas at black players. Like, I mean, yeah, it's like shocking. And so FIFA had this whole program called Clean Up Football. They didn't do anything. Like the refs were openly racist to players and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
There was a couple reports of rugby refs being corrupt, I'll just say.
Of course. I mean, that's also European sports.
Right, yeah.
Everything's
They
corrupt.
immediately made the referees wear cameras.
Oh.
And the referee wears a mic. And it creates a really cool way to watch the game because when they do the scrum, it's shown from the ref cam.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole point of the contest, that it's in the middle, that it's a fair contest. You strike to the ball. Hey, if you're going to cheat, you cheat fair.
That's the rugby way, man.
Yeah.
With a fine disregard for the rules, Webb Ellis carried the ball and ran
Yeah,
forward.
it's in the beginnings of it.
We have a clear tackle at the ball. Okay, it's a professional tackle at the ball because the ball is nowhere near and he's just taking the man clearly out in this position, and that's going to be a yellow card against the second row.
The guy's just like, I can't understand a single word you're saying. You're Welsh.
Got his card.
He doesn't have his card.
There was going to be something. It would be interesting.
You're right. He just doesn't have a
Joe
card.
Owens has forgotten his cards. On comes Adam Jones. We wanted some entertainment
got
from
one.
the
There
replacement
we
card.
go.
Recovering from a broken foot.
But there's nothing I can do about injuries, okay? Unless I think. Yes, but I'm not a doctor. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a doctor.
I'm a lot of things. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
I swear now you're on telly, man.
I don't know what he
I think he just said, just to let you know, you're on telly, mate.
Oh, because I think he picked his nose. Yeah, New
Dude,
Zealand.
that's awesome.
Dude, he's great.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
That's great.
And like that's what I love about rugby is you have refs that you like.
Yeah.
Like there was a. Okay. I got to be careful with his name.
It rhymes with.
Okay, there's this guy named Jack.
Yeah.
Who was the best ref in our area. And every single he's a huge guy. He looks Samoan, but he's Italian.
Wow.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
But he's got like long wavy hair and a huge dude. And every single game, like there's this awkward moment when you're waiting for the ref. You're like, who's it going to be? Because American rugby refs are garbage. They're really bad. Like my team has lost games. Not like, oh, the ref screwed us. Like referees have made up rules that cost us games.
That don't exist.
Yeah, that don't exist.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It would be
I don't know how that happens. I guess they're not paid to do it, really. If you're.
They're not trained well.
Yeah.
You go to one course and you're a ref, and sometimes they get caught up in the moment. They get scared because of, I mean, it's 30-1.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's 30 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
To 1.
Yeah.
And they get emotional, but they don't have a reason to get emotional because nobody mouths off. I don't get it. But every time Jack reffed, you were like, thank God. And he was just announced of a coach. He was announced as a coach for a team I used to play for, and I was so pumped.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's
I mean,
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and so like you have refs that you like. You don't. It's not like, oh, like who's that guy? There's one guy in the NFL who wears like an insanely tight ref shirt, and everybody despises him. Like,
yeah,
and like NBA refs.
They have that guy in baseball too. I don't remember the guy's name. He's like been around for like 30 years in baseball. Everybody knows him if they watch the game. And whenever he comes out, he's both. I mean, he's hated, but also he's like the top ref in baseball.
Umpire.
And he also sucks. Yeah, umpire is. But he also sucks.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah,
there's always that one ref.
No, Nigel Owens is the top ref that everybody loves. Like the World Cup final is reffed by Nigel Owens.
Okay, sweet. Just consistently, just always. There's there's no question. That's awesome.
He also is interviewed in Beyond 15, and he's pretty cool. Yeah, no, it's just a great sport.
Yeah, it looks pretty fun.
Yeah, can we go back to that video?
Nigel?
Yeah, the Nigel one.
Just watch where
Dan Carter made a comment to Nigel Owens, which is...
I'm tired.
Yeah, something similar. Yeah, something similar. You're on tally, says the referee.
Yeah, that was the World Cup final.
Wow.
20 minutes gone. At the moment, I'm just going to deal with everybody here because there's nothing I can pick out unless you tell me anything different.
It's impossible.
He's so Welsh.
He's so Welsh.
He's so Welsh.
Get everybody in here, please.
I think that's the thing.
Oh yeah, he calls the whole teams in.
Get them all in
Everybody.
here.
I've
Get them
seen
all
this
in here.
one.
Come on here.
Seo cinna ceart caiint lena gáir ar fád.
I'm pretty sure he tells them all to behave or he'll stop the game. I forget what he says. He's like, you're professional rugby players.
That is totally unacceptable.
Yep.
Is that clear? If I have to deal with any issues like this again now, people are going to be not playing 80 minutes in this game or whatever time is left. Is that clear? Now get on and play rugby. I'm going to go back to the penalty for no arms tackle here, and it's a penalty only. This is the last warning to you all. Off you go.
Yeah, listen to the way that the refs just like command authority.
Chris Henry.
Okay, you sure? What's my name?
He's asking him if he wants a concussion test. And he goes, what's my name?
Everyone knows your name, Nigel.
Yeah.
The football stadium is 500 yards away.
Nigel Owens
Oh, he just drop
go
kicks
to the
it.
football stadium just over the road if
And he took a dive.
he's going to answer back.
He goes, the football stadium's 500 yards that way. See, he doesn't even care. He's like, it'll get broken up.
Yeah.
There's no way, there's no war at all. Just be quiet and stay there, please, because I can have a word with you now. Stay there, please. Time out. Have you finished? Right, come here.
Yeah, see, like I said, do not talk to the ref if you're not the captain. Oh, that guy was the captain.
When I give the penalty, and it's against you, you do nothing with that ball. You held on to it there. Don't you go in looking for things as well. Just go and receive the ball, nothing more. I ain't going to take you on 10 metres for your actions. Get back, get on your own game. Here, and on 10.
That's
Yeah, but like,
if you're gonna be
look at how they reacted.
yeah.
Like,
They're just like, oh,
at every NFL penalty, they're always yelling at the refs.
yeah.
Ugh.
Dude, the stuff I remember I played football, American football for
gridiron football.
2 years,
Yeah.
and in was it 7th and 8th grade, and my coach, who is infamous, very infamous, to the point where he got kicked out of coaching for the Little League and for the football teams.
Okay.
There's a long history of this man, but he on our final we got to the finals a couple times, or like the championship or whatever you call it, and the second time I think it was literally tried to fight the coach after the game in the parking lot, like the other coach. I think we were playing a Malala or something like that, and just that was the beginning of the end for that guy. It was
Tried to fight the other coach.
I think he was a pretty good coach. He he got us to move around and actually apply ourselves at the same time.
Some wrath problems.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
dude,
there's a long history of that guy. I would love to just write a whole book on him.
We had a coach. He was an assistant coach he was the only coach who still played rugby. In rugby, there's a group called Old Dogs, and that's any team has their Old Dogs guys, where it's guys who are like above 45, typically 50, usually, and they meet like once a year, and they have their like rugby.
They have their game.
Yeah, they have their game.
Wow.
But some of them play like 50-year-old men,
Yeah.
and some of them play like they're still 18.
Yeah.
My coach played like he was 18. He jersey grabbed a guy, which is like in hockey fights when you grab the back of somebody's jersey and pull it over their head. He did that to somebody to tackle them. Technically legal, technically not legal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things like that in rugby. Like look up a gator roll. Just rugby gator roll, because I still don't know if it's legal or not. But they're brutal. It's a wrestling move, like legit wrestling.
We can probably this video.
Yeah.
Might show us.
This is at a ruck. To clear the ruck, you can do what's called a gator roll. It's legal in some leagues. It's illegal in others. Because watch what they do. This is just
talking.
But we need to get them out of
He's gonna show us. right, so the bag is a guy.
Yeah, he's on top.
Alright, let's get to the point.
I want him to do it to a person, not to a pad.
I know.
Yeah, see, he's doing
Okay.
it to a pad.
That's kind of like.
But this is what it looks like. Oh, no, that... Yeah, see how you
just literally roll.
spin like an alligator.
Yeah.
It's typically viewed as, like, disrespectful to do that.
Okay,
see if
yeah.
we can find... The second option... Yeah. Who's this put out by? Global Rugby. Okay, so you cover and then just grab them off.
Dang.
Many techniques we can.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he was doing stuff like that. He was just playing like an absolute maniac. And he would always scream, "Run straight." Because like it's typical for a lot of people who played American football to run diagonally.
Yeah, you want to avoid guys.
And
right?
you have blockers.
Yeah.
In rugby, it's illegal to block. So,
okay.
So running straight is the most efficient thing to do. But backs are afraid to run straight because they're children and mostly women.
You mean the guys playing in the back position, like
Yes.
far back?
Yes.
Why are they children and women?
Because they are. They're much more concerned about their hair than playing rugby.
Oh, you don't mean literally?
No, not literally.
Like,
No,
there's
no,
still
no,
a
no,
couple
no.
kids in there.
No, no. Yeah, there's a team of men,
You
5,
throw,
10-year-olds. No. It's the little rivalry in rugby between backs
Yeah.
and forwards.
Yeah.
Because forwards do the work, and then when they're 5 meters away from the goal line, backs get to score, and they jump up and slam it down, and they're like, "Oh!"
Yeah, I did something.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, you didn't do a single ruck. You're not going to scrum. You don't have to do lineouts. Look up lineouts. Lineouts are a lot of fun. So lineouts are like a throw-in in soccer, except you pick somebody up into the air. And there's a bunch of different ways to do it. So like you see how they're
Alright.
moving and stuff.
Yeah, so they're all.
So you have to throw it straight.
This is to get the ball back in play.
Yes, that's a trick. That's a trick play. That also is a trick play.
All right.
Are these all going to be trick plays?
I don't know. It says line out. Oh, these are just line out moves in general?
Yeah.
Oh, he picked that guy up.
Yeah. I want like a regular line. Yeah, because all of these are trick line out. Yeah, like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And dude, being the guy who gets to jump is so much. Dude, it's a great sport. It's so
Let's
much
start
fun.
our own rugby league.
Like
Dane.
our whole friend group is trying to do martial arts.
Yeah.
I think we should make a rugby team.
Yeah. Do you know about, like, if I tried to join, let's say in your typical city.
Well, let's Google. Let's
I'm
see
a
if
25-year-old
if
man.
Nashville has a
How do you?
Nashville rugby. I'm pretty sure they have
You
a
said
team.
Vanderbilt has a team.
Yeah,
I'll just
they have
go
a club
back
team.
to go back to school.
Welcome to Nashville Rugby Football Club.
Okay. So they definitely have some kind of thing going on
Yeah.
here. They got guys. They got
I
pictures.
just don't know if it's D1, D2, or D3 semi-professional.
Probably will say.
Established in 1974. That's a good long time.
We are playing the True South Geographic Union in
Union
Division 2.
Okay.
How is that?
So that's the team I played for. The men's
Okay.
team I played for was a D2 semi-professional team. So that's why on my resume I do have semi-professional athlete.
Ooh,
yeah.
you're semi-pro.
Yeah, I'm a semi.
That's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but my problem is I want to punch.
You can't punch.
It's fun.
You
I
can't.
want to punch.
I know. Okay.
Like I was talking to Whit about joining. He joined the same boxing
I know.
team gym.
Whit and I had a conversation.
But then he
last
and I
night.
were talking, like, I think it was last night. He's like, "Man, this is my problem though. Every time I'm there, I'm like, I just know my legs want to
I
start
wanna
kicking.
kick. God,
My
give
legs
me
want
long
to start
legs to
kicking.
kick.
I'm like, all right, you can join Krav Maga, but it's gonna
Yeah.
be lame.
Dude, he did Krav Maga last night.
Yeah, he did. I haven't talked to him much about it.
Yeah, we were joking about it last night. It was a lot of fun.
Wait, you're talking to Whit now?
Yeah. Yeah. There
Wow.
was something else I wanted you to. Oh, I know how we should close this out.
All right.
So, even though rugby is a sport of gentlemanly traditionalism,
Yes.
there are some good fights.
Yeah. Just rugby fights.
Rugby fights. Because when it boils over to a fight,
It's a real.
it's a fight. Yeah, they call them punch-ups.
Which one do you think I should do?
I mean, any of them are good. Wait, I think the second one.
Oh, that's pretty good though. I can
Yeah,
continue.
I understand.
I understand. I wish to proceed.
I thought it was copyright. Yeah, see? Oh, yeah, because when they fight, they fight.
Responded to something.
I don't really sound in this one.
The Barbarians player ended up on the deck. It's already hot enough out there.
They're getting
British
they're
and
getting
English
wild.
Lions.
Yeah. All right, showing stuff. When's the punch up? Oh, they didn't even show a punch up. Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, look at that.
Dude. Of course, as rugby players,
on the
all they
sides.
know is getting a dog tackle.
All they know is drink beer, get in dog pile, punch your friends.
Oh man, that's
Wear
the thing.
short shorts.
Yeah, of course you want rules. You want gentlemanly conduct, but every once in a while, you just kind of gotta run in
Sometimes
there.
you just gotta hit somebody.
And sometimes they deserve it. That's the thing.
Well, and what's interesting is, at least on my men's team. Whoa!
What? What did he do?
Look at the whole team is fighting.
Oh, they're just fighting.
Yeah.
That is just a fight.
Yeah.
Okay, they're just going. Oh,
Look at this.
Oh, wow. Those are.
There's one video where two guys fight and one guy throws combinations on him, and it's okay. Go back to the video, like the list of videos, because I'm pretty sure the second one. Yeah, that's the thumbnail I'm thinking about. When rugby players, yes, this is it.
Uh-oh.
Every high school rugby player has watched this video and thought about their rival team. See, oh, that's a South African guy and the Lions. South Africa gets into it a lot.
Yeah.
South Africa and
He's
Australia.
ripping his shirt. Can't rip
his shirt's
shirt.
already ripped,
His
dude.
shirt's already ripped. They try to avoid it.
Yeah. Look at that guy. He's
Giant.
so big.
It's a giant. Oh, all right, I gotta see that again. Just
Bang.
Ooh. Oh, we get another.
Boom.
Yeah. Right in the ear. That would hurt.
I think this is it. Yeah, watch him. Combinations,
Oh!
dude. Yeah, dude. He went.
He took him down.
What is that, a 3-2?
Red card. Yeah, let's see that again.
He goes uppercut to the body and bang. And he's just so like, all right, I'm done.
He's like, yeah, I know. It's like, it's a shame I had to punch him, but I had to punch him.
Yeah, see, like they. Oh, the disrespect.
At least it was just to the head. Ooh, actually, that's
Right on the
that kinda
eyebrow,
hurts.
dude.
Yeah, that kind of hurts.
Yeah, no, when there is a rugby fight, it's a fight.
Man, that's great.
Yeah, man. Ooh. Dude, the fact that they stay on their feet is always so impressive to me.
Yeah.
He's like, what? What are you doing? He waits till he gets up and then
Yeah.
he just...
Ooh, the thing is, dude, if you're gonna push a guy on the ground, you got to be willing. You got to fight back.
Right,
You
yeah.
can't just let him clock you.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
can't
he
be
was ready for
surprised.
that.
You can't
Yeah.
be surprised. Is what I'm trying to say.
South Africa again. In England,
Just
in
the
the
whole
white
team.
Yeah,
Just. Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, and when things like this happen, there is a huge investigation.
Like, let's investigate how
No,
these guys
yeah.
ended up punching each other.
Well, they want to see like who started
yeah,
it.
who started it?
Yeah, like
You got to
even
keep order.
when there's accidental head knocks, which is when somebody gets hit in the head. There's always a huge investigation. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining us down
Wow.
our rugby rabbit hole. Oh wait, I forgot the best part of this rabbit hole. Look up Leon Schuster. He's the guy that made the intro song.
Oh yeah.
Because he is a comedian and
Is this South African or what?
yeah, he's South African. He speaks Afrikaans. He's just look at that guy.
Has he played rugby?
I don't know if he played rugby or if he just really liked rugby. He's a musician, filmmaker, controversy.
6 Leon Schuster films were targeted for racial sensitivity issues. That's just it.
Well, look at the next headline.
Yeah.
Blackface, of course. Typical South African nonsense. Oh, he was getting involved in the George Floyd business?
All right. Well, our next movie we're gonna watch is now Mama Jack by
Dude.
Leon Schuster.
Dude, I bet
that looks like
it's-
some blackface.
It
in there.
looks. Yeah, right.
This is South Africa.
South African is it in English?
That's a great question.
Because that song we listened to, all of his music is in Afrikaans.
Language, it says English and Afrikaans, so maybe a mix.
So it's dubbed.
Yeah, or it's dubbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, while on the run, Jack turns his friend and housemate Shorty, who is a makeup artist, and turns him into Mama Below. So yeah, it's like
So it's transphobic and racist. Dude. It's a different place over there.
It's a crazy world.
Yeah, man.
It's a crazy world.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed our little deep dive on rugby. It's a sport I care a lot about, so I hope that maybe you'll start to care about it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
The unofficial beginning of Dane Month, although...
Yeah, the unofficial beginning of Dane Month. Although Dane Month is...
This is Dane Week.
Yeah.
All right.
How many... Oh, if you're watching this little preview, the episode coming out after the rugby episode will be about the Avignon Papacy.
Ooh.
So this is going to be fun, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the rugby video was kind of a reprieve from intense study and research.
Yeah.
But going to do a pretty deep dive on Avignon. Going to talk about the great saints, because there were saints on both sides of the papacy.
I don't know much about it, so...
I know that it's
wait.
called the Babylonian Captivity.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of doing The Gates of Babylon by Rainbow as the song.
I don't know that song. We shall hear it.
We shall hear it.
All right.
All right.
Nighty night,
Thanks,
baby.
y'all, for tuning in. Nighty night.
Love you.